The French have an expression: the more things change, the more they remain the same. We've learned just in the last few days that the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinkin, cooked intelligence reports to cover up Hunter Biden's bribery scandal, which laundered money, not just into Joe Biden's accounts, not just into James Biden, Joe Biden's brother, but 9 other family members. They called it Russian disinformation. What did he get in exchange after Biden was elected fraudulently? He became Secretary of State. So can you believe anything this political hack is saying with regard to Ukraine or any other issue? He should be removed. He should be removed through impeachment. But the Republicans, and that's why I say the more things change, the more they remain the same. What's their response? He should resign. He's not going to resign. The idiot over at Homeland Security, Mayorkas, isn't going to resign. No one ever resigns in the American government, if to use the term loosely. They just weather the storm. That's it. So what's the problem of the Republicans not impeaching him? Maybe he won't get convicted in the Senate, but they clearly could impeach him with simple majority vote in the House of Representatives. And what's the problem? Because the CIA and the National Security Agency and the FBI have dirt on all kinds of Republicans. You push too hard in Washington, D.C., it comes back right in your face. It's mutual assured destruction. This government, to use again the term loosely, is corrupt to the core. It's rotten. It needs to be thrown out. Throw it out, and let's start anew. And that's why we have our Third Continental Congress. We need a new government, not a new nation, with honest people. These Republicans simply play games. They are not an opposition party. They're a racketeering fundraising operation. That's it. And President Trump makes a mistake over and over again in throwing his lot with the establishment Republicans, who surely, in the end, will throw him overboard if necessary. They don't care about him. They don't care about the American people. They care about themselves. This is the reality. Also today, interestingly enough, Tucker Carlson got fired at Fox News. Well, you know what? He should have been fired a long time ago. I know from my past history with him when I used to do Crossfire on CNN during the Clinton years, when he would go after me for suing the Clintons. He's no conservative. He's an opportunist. That's all he is, just like O'Reilly was an opportunist. And in text messages, apparently, to Laura Ingraham and Sean Hannity, Hannity will be next to be fired, frankly, because he never was pro-Trump to begin with. He became pro-Trump when Trump won. He was against Trump. But Tucker Carlson sent a message, I hate Trump passionately. Biden won the election. Yet he was telling people other things on his show, and so was Fox News. And this is the story of Fox News. Two-faced, dishonest, unethical. And I write about it in my books, Wars, Why, and How I Came to Fight the Establishment, as well as my later books. It takes a revolution and it takes a counter-revolution. They play the game for clicks and ratings. But most of the commentators don't believe what they said. And in fact, the CEO of Fox News, Suzanne Scott, told them to cool the criticism of Trump because it's going to hurt ratings. Well, whether Trump deserved criticism or not, the fact is that's the game they play. And Hannity is worse than anyone else. He's even worse than Tucker Carlson. So expect his head to be chopped off, figuratively speaking, by the liberal and leftist Murdoch brothers, who are now firmly in control after Fox got hit with a near $1 billion settlement in the Dominion voting system lawsuit. And they're about to get hit more with smart tech for the same thing, for talking out of both sides of their mouth. It came back to harm them. But one piece of good news, Don Lemon was fired at CNN on the same day. Gee, it's about time that this black racist was fired. You know, racism's wrong, whether it's with regard to black people or white people or whatever color or stripe you may be. But this guy was a racist. And he was also involved in several sexual harassment scandals, and they overlooked that. Well, he's gone. At least that's good. So that's the news today. I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our cause, contribute to our cause. In the next week or so, we'll be issuing what are likely to be convictions with regard to Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, and James Biden, Anthony Fauci, and others. with regard to how they have sold out the American people. We will then ask the citizens judge, once we get the conviction, and we're confident we will, to sentence these people to long prison terms, and then we will ask law enforcement and the military to carry it out. And we have a right of citizens arrest. We'll always be peaceful and legal. That exists even in the most left-leaning of states, California. That's the law of man. But we also adhere to the law of God. And God will certainly hold these people accountable in the end. But we must do so quickly, because this country is almost destroyed. We're on our knees. And now is the time for you to join Freedom Watch's Justice League. Go to freedomwatchusa.org, contribute to our cause. With a contribution of over $75, we'll send you my book for free. I'm not making money off this, but I want you to read it. I want you to read it carefully, because I have an action plan. And if you have anything to add, please contact me at leclayman@gmail.com. We're all in this together. As I've said many times, as Benjamin Franklin said, either we all hang together or separately we will hang. And if you care about your kids, grandkids, and future generations, you just can't sit there watching the garbage that comes out of Sean Hannity every night, with lies and deceit, claiming that he believes one thing, but doing something else behind the scenes. Tucker Carlson met his fate. Now it's time for Hannity to go as well. It's time for truth people, people that tell the truth, to actually be leaders of this country, not people that sliver around like snakes to boost ratings, to boost their profitability, and to deceive the American people. God bless you. God bless America. Remember, the Father and Son will only help us if we help ourselves. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me, and go to freedomwatchusa.org and contribute to our cause with tax-deductible contributions. We need to get bigger. We, the people, need to enforce the rule of law ourselves under the laws of God, as well as laws of man as they coincide with the laws of God. Thank you.